Did I ever tell you about the most incredible video I ever shot by accident? Oh, I don't. I know. It was it it still is to this day the most incredible video I ever shot, and it was completely by accident of this amazing transformation. Now, listen, I'm going to set the stage just a little bit so you get kind of the background on why it was so amazing. So, back, oh gosh, I don't even know how long. Let's not even go there. It was a while, like 2016 maybe? Maybe? Anyway, the I was asked to do a seminar. It was my very first seminar. My friend Susan was like, "You should come and do this seminar at my place." And I was like, so in for it. I was so ready for it. So I'm like, "Yes." And I was excited about the seminar. Back then the seminar was called "It's Not About Your Dog, a Better Understanding to Your Dog's Behavior." And I wanted to get a video of a reactive dog. And so at the time, I was like, who better than to give me a reactive dog video than Ford, a German Shepherd that I adored. So, little background on Ford. Ford, Amy and Ford met me many years ago. And actually, well, you know what? This is why I thought of it. I was going through some old testimonials. And so let me just read you from Amy's testimonial. She said, Ford and I met Tracy after attending another puppy class in Ottawa. I was told that Ford was going to be aggressive and assertive. I watched them pin my puppy a few times to prove a point that he needed to be dominated. He was only 8 weeks at the time. The puppy class told me that I would have to watch him in social circles and with other dogs because he would always be a problem. I was told that I should stay away from everyone else because I had one of quote unquote those dogs that was taken too early from its mom and he was always going to give me problem. He was always going to give me problems. I'm not a person that gives up that easily. And nothing could be further from the truth. Amy was an incredible dog owner. She became a very good friend of mine. I've never met anybody more dedicated than Amy. So Amy and I, we get connected. Amy brings Ford to me. She started to we started off with like doing daycare and walking and different methods of walking. We also did some pack walking with Ford, and very soon I came to realize that Ford's quote unquote assertiveness was actually rooted in just being unconfident. And so we really started to get him involved in some pack stuff, and we immersed him in with our pack. Amy dropped him off for daycare every day, so we immersed him into our pack. He got to socialize and do all of this great stuff. But there was one dog that Ford just did not like, no matter what we did. And that dog was my Doberman, Lincoln. I know, Lincoln and Ford. Who would have thought? I think I get. You know what? Honestly, it might have been because Ford was jealous of Lincoln being so fancy and jazzy, and Ford was built Ford tough. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but no matter what we did, we just could not seem to get Ford to 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 tolerate. Well, he tolerated him. He just didn't like him. And I mean, like, to the point where when we would bring Ford in from daycare or from the daycare group, he would go find Lincoln's run and then go and bark at him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like, and I'm like, he wasn't even out there. Like, what are you doing, Ford? So we worked really hard, and Amy was such a trooper, because we used to make Amy walk him and walk Ford and Lincoln together on pack walks, so we could get them to walk together. We struggled with pass bys and stuff like that, because every time Ford would see Lincoln, he'd blow off, like he'd just blow up. It was bizarre. Anyway, so getting back to my story about the amazing video, when I wanted a video of a reactive dog, I was like, who better, who better than to bring in good old Ford and have Lincoln walk by? So Amy agrees. She's like, anything for you, my friend. So she brings Ford in. We get Lincoln to walk by. I'm holding the camera. And sure enough, Ford goes off. Just a full-on reaction. If you haven't seen this video, I'll tell you, you can see it. We're going to be talking a lot more about this particular video at the upcoming boot camp. Okay, but more about that in a second. So you can actually see this video. So he blows up. He just does the whoa, whoa, whoa. But Amy, out of, I think, just reflex, kind of pulls him back on the leash a little bit and tells him to stop it. And I was like, Amy, we need him to actually react. Like, we need him to react. So we bring in a couple of other dogs just to show the difference, because I knew that, his reaction was so extreme with Lincoln, not necessarily the same with other dogs. And then I said to her, okay, look, we're almost done, but can you maybe do me a favor? Let's bring Lincoln in one more time. And this time, please do not correct him. Like, just let him go. Like, full out, just let him be Ford. And she was like, okay. So we bring Lincoln in for the second time. And Ford did nothing. I mean, nothing. He did nothing. He was sniffing the ground. Like, he was like, oh, I don't even see the other dog there. And you literally hear me on the video say, oh, come on. Because I'm like, what is actually happening? And then all of a sudden, I realized that we had made one change. One change that created this incredible transformation. And that one change was going to be revealed to you at the Calm Down Dog Boot Camp. Oh, I didn't, Tracy. I did. I did. If you want to know what that one change was, went from full-on reactive dog to a non-reactive dog. What did we do? And if you know the answer, if you're someone who knows the answer because you've seen the video or you were at that webinar, shh, don't tell anybody. Let's leave it a secret. Leave it a secret, please, because it blew my mind. It still blows my mind. It is still the most incredible video I have ever shot. Completely by accident. Completely by accident. So, I know that was mean. That was really mean. We're going to talk a little bit more about that boot camp. You got to be in the boot camp. Get your butt in that boot camp. The Calm Down Dog Boot Camp's coming up. We're going to talk more about that in a second. But first of all, today on the podcast, I actually want to talk about starting over. Starting over. Are you frustrated and just at the end of your rope with all the things that you're trying to do to help your fearful or fear-reactive dog? If you are at that point, you are in good company. You're in good company. And today on the podcast, I want to help you. Today on the podcast, we're going to talk about stumped on where to start with your fearful dog. So if you're brand new, let's say you have a new dog and you're like, I'm not really sure where to start. Or if you are at the point where you've done all the things and you feel like you're just on the hamster wheel and nothing is really working for you, today is for you. Today is the day I am giving you the reset plan that will help today. So if you're ready for that, plus more on the boot camp, let's get to it.
Are you worried that your fearful dog may hurt someone or something else? Do you have to prepare just to take a walk around the block? Hi, I'm Tracy, and I too had that dog. The one that you could only walk at nighttime when no one else was around. And I felt ashamed, and oh gosh, I wish that people could just see the dog that I know and love. I wanted the confidence to be able to walk my dog and not have to worry about who or what was around the corner. And I kept telling myself that if I just keep doing obedience drills and distracting with treats, that things would get better. until I found the secret. Fear is not something that you can train out of a dog. In this podcast, you will find tips to help build your dog's confidence naturally, communication and understanding to foster that trust, and how to address those fear-based behaviors effectively so that you can enjoy a stress-free life with your dog. So if you're ready, stop chopping those chicken wieners, grab your notebook, and let's get to it.
Hello, 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 my friend. It's Tracy. Welcome. Welcome. Come in. The water's warm here at Beyond Obedience. I don't know why I said that, but we're going to just go with it. Am I feeling better? Thanks for asking. Not 100%. I'm not going to lie. Not 100%. And I will tell you that as a result of that not 100% feeling better, I kind of feel like my brain is in quicksand, you know? You ever felt that way? It's just a head cold. So my sinuses keep filling up and it just feels like my head is so heavy and my brain is like, I'm trying to just go through quicksand. So, but I think I'm on the mend. I hope I'm on the mend. I have to be on the mend because I am super excited about that boot camp coming up. Oh, September 9th and 10th. Okay. That's when the boot camp is happening. You need to be a part of that boot camp. And I'm even going to say this. I know they say not to say this because it's called the Calm Down Dog Boot Camp. How to help your fear or fear-reactive dog find calm. But what if you're like, Tracy, I don't have a fear or fear-reactive dog, but I'd like to hang out with you for 2 days. Join the boot camp. Absolutely join the boot camp. I've had so many people that are like, I don't even know. What if it's not fear? Can I still come? Can I still be in the part of the boot camp? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm calling all the dog lovers. Come to the boot camp. Listen, if you are struggling with a fear or fear-reactive dog, and maybe it's because your dog's reacting or acting aggressively and they won't chill out, you find yourself with that anxiety, like every time you go to leave the house, just hoping and praying that nobody is there and that dog isn't there and you can just get through the walk because your dog barks and lunges anything happens, and I know because you are like me that you love your dog too much. So that's why I designed this training. It's a 2-day boot camp on how to help your dog calm down. The Calm Down Dog Boot Camp, September 9th and 10th. And I'm going to be coaching about things like why our current training methods are not working, why you're wasting your time, and no one is talking about that. We're going to explore that one powerful factor that could be the missing piece to transforming your dog's behavior. Is that one powerful factor also the thing that's in the video? We'll find out. I'm being really mean today. I'm really being mean today. You know what it is? I so badly want to say it. But also I want you to come to the boot camp and hang out with me because I want to kind of explain the whole thing. Because the whole thing, I will tell you, when I tell you that this is the most incredible video, and if you haven't seen it, get in the boot camp. I'm going to make sure it's posted there. But if you haven't seen the video, I want you to see it. The video of Ford reacting to Lincoln and then literally a minute later not reacting to Lincoln is 100% a true video. No altercations. It wasn't like we did a bunch of things and then, I'm telling you, it blew my mind. It should blow your mind. It's the most incredible thing. So we're going to be talking about that at the boot camp. We're going to explore that one powerful factor that could be missing. And then finally, we're going to talk about the actual truth about what it takes to help your dog feel safe, secure, and confident without relying on tons of treats and tons of tools and tons of technique, right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to actually get down to the bottom of it. So if that is you, get signed up right now. It's 100% free. beyondobedience.ca/boot camp. beyondobedience.ca/boot camp. It's important that you sign up, because even if you somehow get on the Facebook group, which you should be part of the Facebook group, because then you'll see the video, but also we're having some fun in the Facebook group. But it's important that you sign up, because if you can't make it live, I'll send you the replay so you can watch it when you have time. It is happening live at 10 a.m. Mountain. That's 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when it's happening, 12 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make it, if you're like, I'm not available then, make sure you're signed up. You'll get the replay. And all the fun stuff that goes with it. Okay, so there you go. beyondobedience.ca/boot camp. Be there. I know. I do I feel bad that I keep leaving this suspenseful thing about what happened in that video? I feel a little bit bad, but also I'm so excited. So so just come to the boot camp. All right. Let's get into it. What are we talking about today? I was thinking about today. I'm like, what do I want to talk about today on the podcast? And right now, my current situation, I'm no longer struggling with a fear or a fear-reactive dog. I have one dog that is fear-reactive of people, and my other dog who was just fear-reactive of life. He was just afraid of life. So I shouldn't say that. He wasn't fear-reactive of dogs, so he was fine too. But right now, I can say that we don't have that. And so, but here's what I do have, a little insight about me. I'm going to share a little insight about me. I am someone who has been struggling. You're going to be like, where is this going, Tracy? I'm somebody that has been struggling with my weight. My whole life, actually, I've been struggling with my weight. But more importantly, I started struggling more with my weight when I hit perimenopause. That's a whole other side of a whole lot of stuff. But stick with me. There's a reason why I say this. I was talking to my daughter the other day, and I was like, you know what? I have been through it, right? Like I found success after my perimenopause. I found some success. I lost 40 pounds and everything was great. And I was like, I feel like I'm on it. And then I plateaued for like the longest time. And then most recently I got Lyme disease. And then when I got the Lyme disease, I was more focused on treating the Lyme disease. And I don't know what sort of happened like after that. The bottom line is I started gaining weight again. And I'm back in this frustrated cycle of like, oh, here I am again, trying to figure it all out. And I feel like I just want to start over. Like I just want to start over. Like I don't want to go back and do the same. Like I'm like I don't want to start over in the sense of like I want to start again and do the same things over and over and over again, because like I'm like I was plateaued and everything. And I just want to start over. So I was talking to Paisley this morning about the boot camp and stuff like that. And I said, I wonder if anyone else like with their dogs is feeling like I'm feeling right now. Like I just need a reset. Like somebody give me, one, the permission to start over, and then two, just a reset. Just tell me what I need to do. What do I need to do to start this whole thing over? And so I thought that's what I want to do for you. If you are someone who's like, I've been doing it, like I've been in it, I've had some success, but then I feel like I've fallen back and now I've got some more success, but now I'm not really, now something else has happened. Now if I'm actually holding my head while I say this, because that's how I feel about my journey. And so I thought, if that's how I feel, perhaps maybe you feel the same. If that's you, put your hand up. I can't see it. I'm just going to assume you put your hand up. Or if it's not you and you're like, it's not me, Tracy, but I know a friend who's going through it, let them know about this podcast. Share this podcast with them, because this is going to be the reset that you need. If you are stumped on where to start or start over with your fearful dog, this is your reset plan. Here it is. I've designed it for you. Here it is. Because I am someone who's on the other side of it. So I'm sharing this with you. First and foremost, always, 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 I'm going to talk about your mindset. And you're going to go, oh, mindset? Really, Tracy? Yes, we're going to talk about your mindset. Why? Why? Because you are the most influential person, influential thing in your dog's life. You really are. And you know that. You really, really are. I recently posted a video about, like, is it me? This idea that wherever you go, there you are. So if you have a dog that is, struggling right now and you're doing all the things and whatnot, but you're not getting the results that you want, maybe we need to stop, give ourselves a break, right? Give yourself a break. Let's look at our mindset. How is my mindset? How am I feeling about this right now? I had to ask myself that about my weight loss journey. How am I feeling about it right now? I'm feeling done. I'm feeling like I'm done with it. Honestly. So if that's where my mindset is, if that's what my little voice that talks to me at nighttime is saying, then I need to reset, right? So I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to say to myself, I am the best person for the dog. I am the best person for the dog. I am the best person for my dog. I'm going to give myself some breaks. I'm going to say, okay, I may not have been in the best headspace. Let's give myself a break. Then I'm going to start to actively change my mindset. I'm going to start each day saying, I get to do this today. I'm going to try to find all the positive in my dog's stuff. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to be an obnoxiously happy person about my dog. I'm going to say happy things. I'm going to try to shut out those negative things that you're saying to yourself late at night, like, I'm not enough. You are enough. You are more than enough for your dog. Let me tell you this. That's the one thing. If I could be in the ear of all of my fellow dog loving friends, that would be what I would say to them every day. You are enough. You are enough for your dog. You don't need the fancy treats. You don't need the fancy stuff. You just need you. You are enough. You're enough for your dog. Believe it. I believe in you. I believe that you are enough for your dog. Okay. So we're gonna start saying those things to ourselves. We're gonna say we're enough for our dog. All right. Next step. You are going to take 2 days where you remove all other things. If you've been working on threshold stuff or getting your dog used to seeing people, whatever it is that you're working on or doing or actively doing, things that you're actively doing. You're like, I got to get my dog better at this. Whatever you're doing, you're going to give yourself 2 days minimum. More if you want, where you're going to just stop all training. And you're going to just look for the how interesting moments in your life with your dog. Just look for them. Just see what your dog offers up. What is it that your dog does? Just hang out with your dog. No active training. Leave the treat pouch behind. Just observe, be present. Ask your dog questions without asking them questions because they don't understand English. But you know what I mean? Like, what do you want to do today? What can we do today? Right? And then watch and see what they do. How interesting. No judgment. No judgment on your dog's behavior. If your dog goes out of his mind barking at the window, I want you to be like, how interesting. Wonder what's out there. Go take a look. What's out there? What are you reacting to, man? That's amazing. That guy there with the lawnmowers, that's crazy. Just no judgment. Just observe it. If you're a journaler, journal it. Just journal it. Journal that stuff. Be like, oh, that was interesting. My dog did that. My dog My dog like crossed the street and didn't want anything to do with whatever. Like just observe it. Okay? Take a couple of days. Reset. Build yourself. This is the third step. So, step number 1 is your mindset. We're going to give yourself a break. You are the best person. You are enough. Put it on a post-it. Put it on a post-it, stick it on your mirror, stick it somewhere where you see it every day. You are enough. You are the best person for your dog. You are enough. Stop self-criticizing. You are the best person for your dog. Okay? And you are enough. Number 2 is we're going to look for the how interesting moments. We're going to take at least 2 days. Just observe your dog's behavior. Just observe it. Just be a part of it. Just be like, what is that? What are we doing? Right? No judgment. Journal it if you're a journaler. If you're not, don't journal it. I'm not asking you to do something that you don't normally do. Okay. And then the third thing is we're going to actually start a reset. Let's reset this stuff. What's the very first thing that I would do if I was resetting, or if I got a brand new dog into me that was unconfident, unsure? What is the very first thing I would do is I'd set up that comfort zone. We're going to set up a small comfort zone, and then we're going to build out from there. What does that look like? Well, we're going to build a comfort zone. And then I want you to really think, like, what will make this comfortable for my dog? Like, maybe it's like, the smelly dog blanket that your dog loves and takes everywhere with them or whatnot. Put that in the comfort zone. Maybe it's that favorite, toy that they love. Maybe it's a tennis ball that they've destroyed, but, they like sleeping. Whatever it is, we're going to make it as comfortable as possible. And make it small, like small, cozy, comfortable, right? Make that comfort zone. It could be a crate. I prefer a crate. Could be a room. Should not be your whole house. Even if you're at a point right now where it is your whole house, I'd take it down a notch, right? Make a nice, small comfort zone. What makes a comfort zone? Comfort zone is a place or an area where your dog can predict the outcome of their environment with as close to 100% as possible, right? Which is why it can't be your whole house, because they can't predict what's coming and going and around your house. That's too much. I'm going to make it smaller. You can predict this. This is predictable for you. You can settle into this space. This is your comfort zone. So build your comfort zone. Make it comfy. You know what? If you're crafty, go to the dollar store, get a sign, right? Make you this is Bailey's comfort zone, like whatever, but make sure that you build that comfort zone for them. Then we're going to build out from there. Okay. What does that look like? Well, that means I'm going to start to be like, okay, slightly outside that comfort zone, let's do some stuff together. What can you do? I don't know. Like if you have a dog that likes to do tricks and stuff, if you're into that, like maybe teach them some tricks. Have a secret handshake. I don't know. That might be something. That might be something. Maybe let's see, like, can I get my dog to like, go under a chair or through a thing, like, and how do I get my dog to do that? Can I start building trust with, like, can I get my dog to put a foot up on something? Like, can I put a foot on your dog bed and then just play around with, just in your house, in the comfort of your own house, where nothing is going to happen. There's no dogs, there's no distractions. Just take some time and just be with your dog. Build up this communication. What's your dog's communication style? What do they like to listen to? Do they like to follow hand gestures? Can you get your dog to follow you? What does that look like without using obedience? Get rid of obedience. That's why we call it beyond obedience. Get rid of obedience. Like, can I get my dog to follow me by being excited? Like, can I get my dog to follow me with a hand gesture? Can I get my dog to come and do things? And then if you're comfortable in the house and you have the luxury of having a yard, maybe you go and do that in your backyard. Can we go do some stuff? What's your dog's favorite thing to do? Go do that. Even if it's digging, go dig something up. Just have some dog-like fun with your dog. And I circled that in my notes. Have fun. Remember the number one lesson I learned from my amazing dog Wellington is you have to be able to have fun. But here's the other reason why I want you to have fun. If you are not enjoying this process of helping your dog reach this new potential of finding their confidence and being comfortable in their own skin, if you are not enjoying it, actively enjoying this journey. Will there be pitfalls? Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. There are pitfalls and there's days of frustration. And I'm not saying that everything's going to be sunshine, roses, and kittens. What I am saying is if you are not having fun on this journey, one, neither is your dog. And our dogs are not with us that long. They are not here on this earth long enough. And sometimes they are taken from us too soon. So life is too short for you to be spending 90% of your journey with this dog training them, right? You need to be living with them. Live with your dog. Experience life the way your dog experiences life. Have fun with this. That's what this reset is all about. Does that mean that we're not quote unquote training them? Guess what? You are training them. You are training them. I used to say that to people I'm like the plumber with the leaky faucet because I don't actually actively train my dogs. I'm not doing actual training with them like with a treat pouch and teaching them stuff, but I am. I'm training them on how to live with me and what that looks like. And you know what? They're training me on how to learn how to stop and sniff things and chase a frog and, enjoy a really good stick. They're just they're teaching me, I'm teaching them, and we're both learning and growing at the same time, and it's a beautiful thing. And so if you're not having fun, if this is something you're not enjoying, then we need to tweak that. We need to tweak that. So that's how I would start over. That's how I would do my reset if I were you. And the other way that I would start over is I would get into the boot camp. Come to the boot camp. Inside that boot camp, we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the ways that we can do this. We're going to be talking about you a lot. Not you specifically. I'm not going to center people out. That would be mean. But we're that would be mean. We're going to be talking about you and the amazingly powerful influence that you are. That is the one thing that I know to be true in everything is that the people that love their dogs like you and I do, the power that we have to influence our dog's behavior is so amazing. And quite often where we go astray is where we forget about that and we beat ourselves up because we messed up something or we for whatever reason don't feel like we are the person that our dog needs. And I am here to be that person in your corner to say, nope, you're it. You are the best person and you are enough. And if you're not feeling it right now, come to the boot camp. Come to the boot camp because I am your number one cheerleader. And I want to help you with this. I do. I want to help you with this. So, recapping for the boot camp, that's September 9th and 10th. You're going to sign up at beyondobedience.ca/bootcamp. Recapping for what we talked about today for your reset plan. First and foremost, mindset. You're going to stop beating yourself up. You're going to tell yourself you are enough. You are more than enough. You've got everything that you need. We just might need to tweak some stuff, and that's what I'm here for. Number 2, you're going to take 2 days to just observe the behavior, no judgment. How interesting. Take some deep breaths and just sort of journal it. Don't judge it. Journal it. Okay? And then third and finally, we're going to do that reset. We're going to start from the beginning. We're going to build a comfort zone. We're going to make a nice small comfort zone, and then we're going to build out from there. We're going to actually start to play with our dogs, find out what my dog needs. What can I do? We're going to do that just outside the comfort zone first. We're going to find some fun things, then we might expand out from there. We're going to just take away all the expectations. We're not going to try to find triggers and thresholds and all of that stuff. We're just going to be with our dogs, enjoying our dogs, observing our dogs, being a part of our dogs' lives. Wow, this episode got away on me, and I apologize. 35 minutes, Tracy. Oh, people have lives, you know? I am so sorry. Sorry, not sorry, actually. I'm not sorry. I'm just very excited. Get in that boot camp. That's all I have to say. Get in the boot camp. And if you haven't been told this already, get out there today. Be the person that your dog thinks you are, because your dog thinks that you are amazing. And so do I. Have a great day, great week, and I will talk to you all later. Bye for now. Oh, and one more thing. This podcast is meant for entertainment and education purposes only and should never replace hands-on professional training. If you're struggling with your dog, please reach out to a professional in your area to help you. Okay, that's it. Bye for now.